Hey guys, it's me, Better Off Dad. Sorry for my appearance today. I didn't really have time to put my foundation on. I'm just wearing lipstick. So today is going to be another story time. I really don't have other things to do than story time because I'm not gonna make up. As you can tell, I couldn't even put on my foundation today, and I don't really have a gaming channel. I'm not really into video games. So today's story time took place, well, by the title of this video, obviously I had a doll that was in my room and I didn't like it. I was about 5 or 6 at the time. My dad had went to the flea market. And if you live in Albuquerque, you know what I'm talking about. There's like a flea market every, I think, Saturday or Sunday. I don't go there anymore. And my dad had bought a glass doll. Now, this glass doll I could describe in perfect detail. She had long black curly hair, a hat that was pink, and her dress was like a ball gown, and it was pink. He bought it for me because my older sister had a bunch of glass dolls in her room. So he put it in my room, and I was at school at the moment he came back. Well, I wasn't at school. Me and my mom and my sister and everyone else was at church, and he didn't like our church, so he didn't go. So what had happened that day when I got home from church, he told me about the doll, and I was fine with it. Till I had to go to sleep, because that doll... Are you kidding me? My things keep popping up on my screen. I'm sorry, guys, if you hear something like pop up. The thing about this doll was its eyes were freaking weird. They were dark, like they were black, pitch black and white around. And I was like, okay, that's a little weird, but I'm okay with it. Like, my dad bought it for me. So we get to around the time where we clean the rooms and stuff. We were cleaning out my room, and the doll kept, it was weird. It kept staring at me. I don't know if I was imagining it or what else, but whatever. So that got me more creeped out. And by this time, I had already turned 7. I had already had the doll for 2 years in my room, and I still had trouble sleeping at night. I also have trouble sleeping at night because I just like to sleep during the day. I'm not a morning person. I'm more of a night owl than I am a day person. So what had happened after that was my sister had a bunch of glass dolls in her room, and I had one glass doll in mine. It wasn't old. It was pretty new. It wasn't like the ones my sister had that she had still in the box. Hers were still in the box. She never took them out. She just put them on her shelf for decoration. I didn't like those dolls either, so I never really went into her room. So after about another 3 months, the doll's eyes, I would notice them moving around with me, and I was like, what the hell? So I told my mom about it, and she's like, there's nothing wrong, da. Okay, so, and, I'm gonna mention this. Also, there's going to be another story time about a possessed doll that I owned. It was really creepy. So, I'm gonna post that again up today. I am really sorry for not posting anymore. I'm busy with school. I'm telling you guys, being in 8th grade, it's hard for me. I have a lot of homework, and it's just been a stressful day. Stressful year. Stressful beginning of the year. So after about, I forgot, I got off track, I'm sorry. So this doll I had in my room, his eyes started following me. So at this point, I was really freaked out. I kept crying about it to get it removed from my bedroom. My mom wouldn't, because it was a gift from my dad, and she wanted me to keep it in there she wanted me to keep it. But I put up such a fight, such an annoyance that she finally moved it to my sister's room. Alright, so now the possessed story doll time, because I want to give you guys 2 story times in one, because I don't really want to go through the trouble of putting another story time up later. So what happened was there was a doll. There was a dresser that I had. It was green. They bought it for me a long time ago. And there was always that one drawer we couldn't get open. We couldn't open it, so we just left it alone. So one day I finally decided to try and get it open. I pried it open, and there were glass things, like old antiques. These old antiques didn't really bother me because I was older at this point. I was 12 years old. I was 12. They didn't really bother anymore. I kind of laughed about what I was doing when I was 6 or 7 or 8 because I didn't know any better, and my family laughed about it too. So these artifacts I took out, I put on my dresser, and the dresser I had was completely different than like the other dresser I had. This dresser was tall, and you could see like my bed was facing it, so I could see what was on top of the shelf. So what had happened was the one of the dolls. There were a girl and a boy. They went together. And it was fine the first few nights. So this was summer. I started going back to school. It was in 7th grade. I started going back to school, 6th grade, whatever. I just realized I said 12. I was 11 when I found these dolls. I had them until I was 12. I had them, so I just realized I said 12. So I was 11 when I found these dolls. So I went into 6th grade. The first week was okay. I had these dolls and these like teacups and stuff. It was really pretty. My desk looked like it was like an old thing. It was pretty. And then things started getting weird. Like the boy's foot would move. I'd feel like something touching me at night, and no one else was in my room except for my stepsister, and she was asleep, and she didn't like staying in my room either. She said that she didn't just like it. She felt something was watching them. So she slept in the living room. She was asleep in the living room, and so I knew it wasn't her, so I just kind of shrugged it off because sometimes I left my window open and my mom would close it. And this is what happened after. We ended up having to get rid of the boy doll because I kept getting touched at night, and one night I was just looking at my dresser, and I was on my phone. I was just looking at my dresser, and I swear to you, I saw the boy doll blink. Like, he did that. So I start flipping out, and I go get my little stepsister to come with me back to the room because I was so terrified to go back in there by myself. So what had happened after that, my stepsister, we were both on our phones. We both had phones. She had a flip phone and I had a touch. So we were both on our phones. I was texting a friend what happened, and she sent me a picture of possessed dolls, like dolls that you should look out for. And I was like, okay, like my doll's not gonna be in there. I clicked on the photo. There wasn't the girl doll was not on there. The boy doll was. I flipped out, and I went to my sister and I showed her the picture, and she was like, oh my god, like you have a possessed doll. And my mom was a little bit mad at me for freaking my sister out, but what I was supposed to do. And I showed my mom, and she's like, oh, honey, it's not possessed. I can tell you that. So one day when we were cleaning, it was another cleaning day at my house. We do that, I think, every week. We used to do that every week, and I lived with my dad. So we were cleaning. It was basically just a regular Friday for us. We were just cleaning out the house, getting everything ready. because we were actually going to have a birthday party for me and my older sister, because we were born a day apart. Not a day apart, like literally. My older sister is 5 months, like 5 years older than me, but she was born on the 21st of April, and I was born on the 22nd of April. So by that we mean 5 months and a day apart. So we usually constantly always had our birthday party together. My hair is looking at me, I'm so sorry. So when we constantly had our birthday parties together, it was a little weird just because the dolls were there. And me and my friends were just kind of chilling in my room. I didn't invite many people because I didn't have many friends in 6th grade. I wasn't popular, and I'm still not popular. But I go to a different school now. So we went, it was scared me. The doll blinked again, and I started flipping out. I told my friend that sent me the picture, and she's like, I told you to get rid of it. Like, you need to get rid of it. So we started video recording the doll. I started video recording the doll. And one day we were, and by the way, the cleaning day really didn't have anything to do with that. I was just bringing up the fact that there was a party because it kind of went along with the story. So after the party, they all went home, and I didn't even sleep in my room that night. I slept in my older sister's room, which was a bad idea because she has more glass dolls, but it was fine. I didn't see it wrong. So the next day, I'm sorry, I keep leaning like this, but it's like comfortable for my neck because there's actually like a pain in my neck right here right now. So the next day, I wake up and the doll, I go to my room, the doll is still there, and I'm like, oh, fuck my life. So I tell my mom what the hell happened, and she's like, honey, it didn't blink, it's just a figment of your imagination, you were just tired, or you were just seeing things, your eyes were playing tricks on you. Being a rational mom, because what mom believes you when you tell her your doll's possessed. So finally, after about 3 months of convincing my mom to at least get rid of the doll, she put it out on a yard sale we had, and it actually got sold. The people who bought it, I did warn about like the blinking, and they were holy people. And they said, okay, we're still gonna buy it because we want to. So when they finally bought the doll, it was out of my life and I never saw it again. Thank the heavens. And now I am terrified of glass dolls. I won't even look at one. My auntie had a glass doll that was sitting on top of her closet before, and I made her move that thing to next to the wall in my closet because I am not gonna go in my closet and get dressed for school if that thing is looking down at me. Like, I am terrified of glass dolls. I am still terrified of glass dolls. I don't like them. I hate dolls in general. They do creep me out. I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with people that have dolls? Except for little girls, because, to be honest, they're Barbies. I mean, like, Barbies can be possessed, but they can't be as possessed as that doll that I had. I don't even know if it was possessed, if my eyes were playing tricks on me. I don't even know. So I'm going to kind of have to debate on what to call this video. But if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are not already. And I'll see you guys. Also, I figured out a posting schedule for me. I'm going to post every Wednesday and Sunday. So I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace, and have a great rest of your day.